watching JaviMineBuilder, and today we're going to do my fourth part of my map reviewing connecting the worlds. Oops, sorry. Wrong map. That was a fail. This one. Okay. Oh yeah, we're left in a cliffhanger because I have no idea. I have no food at all. And I have nothing, but I don't know if I should stretch my luck. There's some right there. Actually, no, I don't want to stretch my luck. I'll go back down and get some food. So, how have you guys been? It's been a long time since I've last uploaded a video. There's a problem you might find in my channel. I don't know when I have free time. This is the only time I had free time. I had so many things to do, and right now, while recording this, actually, so I could prove it. You see that time? The time right there? It says 11:42. That's what time it is right now. That's the only time I have right now at this moment to make a video, because I'm just so busy with schoolwork and all these things. But do not fear. There's hope in the horizon. Oh my god. I'm gonna upload more videos. I want to do more maps over the break, over when spring break, because I really don't have anything to do. I don't think I have a road trip to go to this year, but yeah, I don't have any major I have to go out of town or anything like that over the summer. So over the summer, I will be more free, and I will have a lot more time to make videos, and yeah, stuff like that. I guess we should have a topic today, and today's topic would be, I remember last time I told you that I don't know why this isn't growing. This is weird, because I've been in the recommended amount of blocks away from it. But back to what I was saying. Last week I was talking about how you guys should check out the Ultimate Survival. Sadly, my favorite YouTuber died. Actually, right when he went into the end, he died, which was Seth Blaine, and also B-Dubs. They had all the materials, they had all the things. They just had to get to there, and right when they were about to get, they were taking a break really quickly, while all the things they were supposed to do were getting ready. All they needed was getting ready, and right when they were taking that break, the Ender Dragon was killed. So sadly, they didn't win. It's pretty rough, especially of how far all of them got. Has been in there for has been 0.5 hearts for a long time. Which you may not think it's that hard. Oh please, 1.5 hearts. That's nothing for me. But you have to know. There's one thing to say it, but there's another thing to live that moment. You see people, especially gamers, oh, you're so stupid, you should have done this instead, or you're so dumb, you should have shot this person first, or you should have done this thing first before you did and it's the best results for it. But this is the thing. Even advanced gamers get caught up in the moment, and they don't seem to they get too caught up in the moment, and their thinking isn't rational, and like the thinking they would have done while they were at home is really different than the thinking they would have done if they were like right in the moment. It was just the same way as in real life, near life, when like something happens, you would have thought you could right now you're probably thinking, or like, well, obviously not right now, but like you could have been thinking about like, what if this happens, and oh, I could do this, and I could do this, and I could do this, and I could save a day or something like that. But then the moment comes, then you just stay in the corner, and like you just stay and you don't do anything. That's the same way with gaming. You say all these things on the comment bar, on the comments, because putting stuff in the comments is so easy. But you just put things in the comments like, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that. But the thing is, you had time to think of what to do. You had time to word your comments correctly, and think of flaws and think of all these things. But you gotta know a lot. Gamers aren't like that. They have to like not think of what would happen, but more think of what is happening. But yeah, it sucks for Seth playing. But it was really it was such a good series. Um, but yeah, it was really good. Hopefully you watch it. It was quite nice. I should just go to sleep. I just need to go to sleep like right now, because, well, let me just. This better not be one of those kind of channels, but I'm gonna start ranting right now. So in my high school, tomorrow, our counselors are gonna come to speak to us about college and about careers and what you should what you should go into, or like what things you enjoy. And I asked a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people in my class. The classroom. They're gonna come in first period, so I asked a lot of people in my English class, and I asked them, oh, what are you gonna be when you go, or what are you gonna study, or what's gonna be your major, and everybody, oh, everybody said that they don't even know what they're gonna go study, or they don't even know all these things, and I find that pretty bad, because right now I already know all my colleges. I mean, what college? I actually have 3 colleges in mind of going into, and then just in case I also have a backup college that I want to go to, just in case if the other ones don't work out as well. But the thing that's important is I know what I want to do. I know what kind of things I want to do. I know what school I want to go in, what schools I might want to go into. I know all these things that I wanted to do, and people in my school don't even know what they want to study. I don't know. For me, it's really stressful because, or for anybody who's going into right now, going into college or thinking about going to college, they don't need, the trouble is they don't know what they're going into. But the worst thing about that is thinking that while you're a senior or about to graduate and about to embark on this new journey of going into this new place, because it's not like high school anymore. It's not like, oh, like, you're not in a cluster anymore. You're not hanging out with all these people because you have the same classes, and you have like 3 periods together and all this stuff. It's not like that in college. It's depending on what college, of course, you're going to, but some colleges you go in the afternoon, you go in the or you go in the morning, or you go in this time or that time, or this time or that time, and it's not consistent. And also, it's not like you have like these days in college where like, oh, okay, guys, it's a free day. Let's learn about each other's lives. It's not like that, or at least I hope it's not like that, and I hope it's serious. But just but other than that, oh Jesus, but it's not like that, and I don't know how kids. Well, I'm still a kid. Almost 18, but I'm still a kid. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm an adult. No, I'm a kid. But I don't know how kids or teens go through life. Like I know this student who like he doesn't care about his grades. He doesn't do anything. He could basically care less. I don't know how people will live like that. Because all my life I've been keeping my grades well, keeping all these things well. So one day I could live my life and I could live happily and I could live like well. But I can't imagine how people are like, oh, I don't care, because like there's this kid in my class, and I don't want to say his name, but he's in my class, and he was talking today. Actually, he was talking to to our teacher, and he was just talking like, because he always talks and he never shuts the fuck up, and he always has something to say. And he was saying how oh, like he knows this stuff already, and he shouldn't even be learning it when he's fucking retarded. That's the same. Not to insult retarded people, because Jesus, he's like dumber. Well, I'm just gonna stop talking about that. But he's just so stupid. Because whenever we talk or we have a discussion, thank God we don't. Well, right now we have a paper due. Oh, not a paper. Yeah, actually, yeah. I think it's a paper. We have a paper due, and we have different partners, and I was about to go into his into his group, but then this girl who was supposed to be in this group showed up the next day. So then my teachers told me if I don't know, asked me if I wanted to go to another group. I was like, yes, I want to go to another group. So thankfully I dodged that bullet, and right now he's not even paying attention in class. He's not even reading the chapters we were supposed to read about of what we're gonna write on the paper. So he has basically nothing done. And I know because, well, he sits right next to me, sadly. But I don't know how he could live like that. I always have to, like, be aware of what I'm doing and have to do all these things. And then he just goes through life like, oh, I don't care, whatever, I'm too cool for this. It's like, no, you're not. Grow up. And I especially hate those kind of people who are like, oh, I'm too grown up for this. This is stupid. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're even more of a kid because you're saying that you're too grown up for this. I don't know. Just people are so dumb. And I don't even know how he goes through his life like every single day. Like, oh, I'm too cool. I'm too cool. I'm too cool. So I'm like, shut up. You know you're not. You're not too cool. You're too stupid. So yeah. So I can't wait for tomorrow, because I want to talk to my counselor. And there's one thing. I know, like, people are like, oh, my counselor hates me. And like, oh, my counselor doesn't assist me in what I really need. But straight up, my counselor hates me. We've had discussions because she's a leader and in a club I'm in, which is we advise. We're like basically like the spokesperson for our class, the spokespeople, and I'm one of the spokespeople for our class. So like, if we ever want something, or if we ever need something, or if we ever have want to do something, I pitch it, and I ask the school if we can, or like if we can't, or like I basically do all these things. So for our class, we have to do T-shirts designs for our year. Last year I did all we did two of them, and I did both designs. So then this year, I didn't want to do any of the designs because I'm like, I just don't want to be in that position of like, oh, you're always doing everything. You think you're all that. But I don't think I'm all that. They just voted for my shirt instead of other people's. So so I didn't do one thing. I didn't assist. I didn't sketch any of the drawings for them. I didn't do anything at all. I didn't contribute. So I didn't want any part of it. So now they chose this T-shirt that straight up looked like shit. It looked like a T-shirt that was from the 1970s or something. It looked so cheap. It looked so stupid. The idea was just dumb. But then my friend, she's, you don't even know. She's like such an amazing drawer. She's done this sketch of the shirt that she wants to do, and I loved it. It was amazing. It was so cool. It was supposed to be a Toy Story theme, and it was gonna be really cool because it was gonna be like the silhouettes of the Toy Story gang, the Toy Story gang, and it was gonna be really cool. So, because my dumbass failed the class. Well, I failed. Like I passed it because it was a 2-term, a whole year semester class. So I did pretty. So I did pretty good. Oh well, I did extremely bad. But right now I'm passing the class with a B. So now I don't have to worry about like failing the class, the whole, failing the whole class. So so my so I had to go into a classroom for right when class is over, to basically demand to like make me do my work, which is really dumb because I liked I don't know, I'm such a nerd, but like I like doing the homework because I know that it's not there to like, I know even if I know what to do, I still do it because it's not there just because the teacher thinks I'm stupid and I need more assistance. It's just so you can practice and you can understand it even more. I have a backstory for that too, for another class, but just that for that moment, I just didn't do the work, and I was just so stupid. So I couldn't participate because right when that class started, the right when that class started where we had to go to at like right when class is over. Right when class is over is when all the clubs show up and discuss and all these things. So I couldn't participate. And the last day that I had for learning all that for staying was the day that we had a vote for shirts, and I sadly missed it, and I couldn't put in any of my thoughts. So the thing is, there's some girls in the club that have good ideas, but they don't have a voice. Like they don't want to speak up. They are really shy, and the other girls who pick the other shitty shirt are always the ones that are pushing their ideas through and only want their ideas. So after seeing the opportunity they have of me not being there, they made a shirt and they fought for that shirt. So when they made that shirt, they found because they were overruled, because there was no counter argument for against that shirt, even though it was an exact copy of another school another school that was that's right next to us, even though it's an exact copy. I guess the counselors thought it was good enough to be a shirt of ours. So for one, that was stupid. Because we're just going to be known as the ones who copy other classes' shirts, not other classes, but other schools' shirts. So there's that. And two, I just wasn't there to fight for what they wanted and fight for what they deserve, for the good shirts, It was original. No one's ever thought about that shirt, and it was really, really. It wasn't expensive because we found out how much each shirt's gonna cost, and it was just $3, $3 or $4 more than the shirt that they were gonna sell. And I guess the counselors thought it was too much. The $3 more, the $3 more. So they chose that shirt over the other shirt, and sadly, were our class shirts. So you could tell that sucked because it was horrible. And now that now that the year's over and we don't have to worry about that, next year is, not next year. The next story is about my whole math class, my whole dumb math class. So let me just say that I'm not like this mathematician that knows everything about equations, knows all these formulas. I pay attention. I actually pay attention to what the teacher's saying. I don't even have to study. I just have to pay attention to what the teacher's saying. And that's all I need to know. And so, I could just say that every single person in my math class does not know one thing about what we're doing and what we're learning. I'm basically the only one. I think I'm the only one there in the class now, because I'm the only one that's paying attention, and I'm the only one that understands what's happening and what we're learning. Because all the other students are always asking questions. When they don't even ask questions, they just ask each other questions. That's like asking a dog how to smell. That's like asking a dog that doesn't know how to smell. Like if you don't know, if they don't know and you don't know, how are you gonna know? So it was redundant of them even helping each other out. And the worst thing is they blame it, and I always hear everybody talking about that. They blame the teacher, and they're calling the teacher stupid to learn. They don't even know how to learn. Learn, teach, and they don't even know how to do this or that. But I'm like, you don't even know how to learn. You don't pay attention. You don't put in the time. You don't stay after school. You don't do all these things. The things that you should be thankful that your teacher does for you. Because our math teacher, he stays like early. He stays really early, and he stays really late at school. It's just for anybody who needs assistance. But they don't even stay. They don't care. I guess they don't care about their grades. They don't care about anything, but what they're gonna do over this weekend, because that's all they talk about. What they're gonna do. Oh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? No, pay attention. Do your work. They're just all stupid. They've gone so stupid. They're so stupid that we had a quiz. And we're having a test on Friday, so we had a quiz. And in that quiz, I was done with that quiz. I turned in my quiz. No, I had my headphones on, so I that's one thing about that I like about that teacher. He lets us put headphones on while we're taking quizzes, because it's a quiz. Who cares? But if it's a test, obviously we don't wear headphones. But I put on my headphones and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna pay attention. Well, I forgot my calculator, so I couldn't do all those simple equations. The complicated equations. So I had to do it on my head, and I had to do a lot of it in a piece of paper, and I had to do through the whole thing. So I was looking down, I was paying attention just to my paper, and then I go up to turn in my paper because it was done, and I asked my teacher, "Oh, where are the other papers? I finished mine," and he was like, "Oh no, you're the first one." I'm like, "What?" I did not have my calculator. I had to write everything out. They had their calculators, and they were supposed to know what's going on. So I finished my paper first. Well, I finished my quiz first, and 9 minutes passed. I'm not playing with you because 2 songs played, and before someone got up, 9 minutes passed, and finally somebody got up, and when they went up, and some girl asked, well, it was a guy, but some girl asked him if he got the quiz, or like if he understood it, and he was like, no, I just put and he's like, he put in whatever answers, whatever answers sounded correct. I was like, are you serious? This kid, no, this whole class, I swear, they don't pay. Oh my god, I just feel like I'm with dumb people. In every single one of my classes, thank God I'm almost done with that, because all my other classes that I'm taking there has to be a required like teacher to put you in those classes. So it's not like any old person could just go into that, sign up for that class, and they could be in it. Like, you have to be referred. Like, you have to be like, oh, he's a good candidate for that class, or she's a good candidate for that class. So let's just say it's not that easy to get into those classes. So I was thankfully put into two requirement classes. I mean, like, you need a requirement of somebody, like you need somebody to say, oh, I sponsor this person, and they will do good. So I was sponsored, and I was put into a math class, and I was put into, technically it's three classes, which is like a math class, a math class by itself. I'm going to no, oh my god, it's four. Technically, because two of them are connected together, so it's three. Like, literally, like, it's three, but technically it's four. One, because in my high school you can't take two classes unless you failed the class previously. Like, you can't take one class and then double up again, which is really stupid. I don't know why, but like, you can't double up in my school unless it's because you failed last year a class, and then this year you want to do the same thing everybody else is doing. So that's the only way you can do it. So, but you can't go into a class and double up another advanced class. So my science teacher and my math teacher both said to my counselor that I should go into these two science classes. So I was referred to that. Then my math class, I'm going to an advanced math class next year, and then for my no, what else? For my English class, in English and in English and in math, I was referred also, and they put me in my English and my history class. They referred me into a new class. It's an old class, but like, it was removed, I guess, because of budget cuts. But now they're restarting it again. So I was put into that classroom as a new student in basically a new class. So I was put into that class that barely just got jump started again. So I felt really cool. I felt really achieved, because only a select few people were allowed to go into that class, because it's not really, it's an extremely hard class. It combines your English class and your history class together, and it's very experimental, because we take a lot of field trips, we take a lot of tests. Like, there's a lot of tests practically every single week we have a test, because most of the books we're going to read in my English class are books that, or like time periods that we're in history, that we're going to learn in history. So they combine the two, and we're going to take field trips to like museums and all these places to like learn about all these things. So it's pretty expensive, and a lot, and we don't need to pay for anything. We just have to show up with the permission slips, or like we get a like special equipment too. So we don't have to pay for any of that. We just go to the class, or like if you have a field trip, we just send the permission slip and we're done. So you can't have just students like whatevering it and just being like, oh, whatever, I won't do the homework, or oh, whatever, it's just a whatever class. No, like, you have to actually do stuff in that class. And so I was referred to that. So basically, I was referred to basically every single one of my classes. Well, almost every single one of my classes. So I will not, thankfully, I will not have anybody that next year, next year, I won't have anybody in my class that's half-asses everything they do. It'll be all people who actually pay attention, actually do their stuff, and thankfully, because I want a challenge. All my life, I've been put into, well, because failed first grade, but my previous school, my new school, well, first I failed first grade, and it's not because I was stupid or anything like that. It was because I was traveling, and I wasn't there for the required amount of days at the school. So they told me that I had to stay. I was gonna held back just so I won't be behind anybody else, and they basically labeled me. Then because I changed schools, in the next school they basically labeled me as I needed to be in special ed. So basically all my life I wasn't challenged. Oh snap! I actually end this video soon, but basically I wasn't challenged in any of my classes because I knew what was happening. But all these people were saying, "Oh, it's too hard for you. You should hold back." And I'm like, I don't need to hold back. It's okay. I don't need to get my hand held. I need to get I don't need someone to hold my hand throughout the whole thing. But like people were in my middle school were always like, "Oh no, he needs help. He needs more time." And like, why do I need more time if I'm the first one that finishes? I basically finished before all the other people who have normal times do. So like that was just stupid in general. So then I was never challenged. I was never like all I had was just dumb people in my class basically, and all these dumb people didn't get it. Didn't get anything of what we were learning, so we always had to go back to it. So much so that I like have it in my head from memory now. Like I know everything I learned in middle school and elementary school. I know basically everything. So I was never challenged, but now I don't know. Now I'm gonna get challenged. Now I'm gonna have fun in my classes, because I don't want to be that kid who knows everything and they copy off of him, which I don't let anybody copy anymore. Like I used to always let people copy, and like I always give people the benefit of the doubt when they told me, "Oh, I had no time to do this," so I'm like, "Oh, it's okay. I'll let you copy my work." Like I basically give everybody the benefit of the doubt, and not that they're just using me to copy stuff. But now I bet it's gonna be like the reverse, even though I'm not gonna do that. But it's probably gonna even be the reverse. I want to ask people to copy their stuff. I want to ask people for assistance. I want to ask people for all these things I usually do not ask people for, because I'm so used to doing my stuff, and like I don't know. It would just be an amazing change. Something that never happened in my life. And I don't know, it's just cool. I'm finally gonna leave everything. All these dumb people. Well, I'm not calling myself a fucking genius because I'm fucking retarded sometimes. Like I don't even understand a few things, and well, that's the whole point of learning, right? Even if you don't understand something, you still try your hardest so you could achieve it and know what's going on. That's the whole point. But I guess some kids don't understand that, and they just like, oh, whatever. I don't care if I don't get it, then I'm stupid. I won't even try. It's like that's the whole point of learning. It's the same way like. I use this metaphor with like people who work out a lot, and they ask me like, how to understand something or what or all these things. It's like working out. Your muscles like they grow more when they're under pressure. They're under tension. They're at their capacity. They're working on their capacity. That's where it grows the most. It's the same way with your brain. It's not like a lot. Like if throughout your whole life, if you do simple things, and you just keep on doing that and not like make it more challenging, you just keep it in that level, you're not gonna learn. For the first few days you might like learn these things quickly, but then after that your brain's just gonna get like, oh whatever, I don't care, I know how to do this, and it won't try its hardest anymore. So you have to try your hardest at all times, and you always have to try to improve yourself at all times, and always try to challenge yourself. And kids nowadays don't get that. I swear, one day we're not gonna get anything. And this is there's one bad thing about my math teacher, that he always wants us to have a calculator. But I don't like using calculators that much because that doesn't do anything for me. I just push the buttons and like make the thing go, and then it gives me the answer. Woohoo! It's like, what if I don't have a calculator in my reach? What if I one day, like, for some reason, like World Z or something like that, or like I don't have anything at my disposal, or like I forgot what book it was, but it was like this book about well, my own putting wheat down. It was about this. It's this book about how bacteria, scientists program bacteria to break down oils and stuff like that. But now they were breaking down plastics, which is made by oil. So there's this whole, and so they're losing all these plastic materials, and they don't even know what to do without all these plastic materials, like electronics and like devices and all these things. Whatever happens, I'm screwed then, because I don't have a calculator in my reach. I don't know. Well, sorry I haven't been posting. Let's just end it here, but sorry I haven't been posting many videos. And I'll continue ranting about things probably next time. And it's really challenging to do these things nowadays, so over break I'll put up more videos, and I have more time to work on maps, so I'll put up more maps, and I'll have more time to actually make them cool and all these things. So I can't wait until break starts. But thanks for watching, guys. My name is Javi, and you're watching JaviMineBuilder. Like, favorite, subscribe, you know what to do. And I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.